News at 6.
Mrs. Manning?
I'm sorry. It's just the first time I've been out to dinner alone with a man since Todd died.
This is upsetting to you.
No, I'm fine, really. It must be the first time for you, too, huh? Since Marty's wedding?
You warm enough?
Perfect.
Good.
Except I'm supposed to be studying.
Come on, you know everything you need to know?
Not anatomy.
Oh, yeah. Especially in anatomy. I think you got that pretty down pat. Really, though. I told you that anatomy is my favorite subject, huh?
Really?
Especially, you know, yours in particular. See, you know, everything's where it's supposed to be on you, and you know where to find everything on me, so what's left to study? Yeah, but where's
Antonio, I have no idea. He just better get back before the cinema Angelica gets out, or I am totally sunk.
Look, why don't you just let me do this, okay? Just let me take care of this.
He told me to stay in charge here, and then he just took off to do some errands, and I am in way over my head. You get that?
Yeah. So, what favor do you want me to do?
Look, if you need any favors done, that's what I'm here for, Mr. Hesser. I can take care of them, all right?
Apparently not, Mr. Perez. Having seen that Mr. Vega just bested you in less than 10 seconds, you've demonstrated all the qualities that I'll be needing. I have a task for your prodigious powers of persuasion.
And which powers are those?
To do what has to be done.
What do you want from me?
Antonio, let's cut to the bottom line. I'm making you an offer. One I feel you should take. Don't tell me you're going to disappoint me now.
Sorry.
I took you for a man of action. Will you take that in the office, please? If it's for me, take a message. If it's for RJ, I don't know. He's out of town looking for his niece, whatever it is. certain gentleman who has something that belongs to me. And he needs to be persuaded to return it for his own best interests. I'm confident this matter can be solved simply and without any complications. And I also feel that you're the man to deal with it. Your charm and articulation would be so perfect. And of course, there's the matter of the $600 I loaned you. To help your young brother with that unfortunate business with his girlfriend's brother's car. How do I know? Antonio, it's my business to know.
All right, okay, now here. You know, these are the traps and the deltoids. Tricep. And back here, you know that the shoulder blade is called the scapula.
Yeah, I've just never studied it quite like this before.
Come on now, come on, I'm trying to study. Okay. Now, next we have the... Where is it here? There's major.
That's it. Come on. Go ahead, keep talking dirty to me, baby.
Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot the lats down here. All right, now, wait a second. Somewhere, oh, no, up in here, is the rhomboid. And over here, that's where the delts meet this pectoralis major. Oh, and then here's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
It's where it's the sternal end of the clavicle.
That's your favorite part?
Well, that's, one of them.
All right. Now that really does tickle. Come on now.
There's the transversus abdominis right here.
Heard you six.
And the obliquus externus abdominis over here.
Wow. I thought you were supposed to be concentrating on my shoulders.
Oh, gosh, you know, it's hard to know where to draw the line.
All right, Doc. I've got one for you. I've got this pain, you know, right here in my heart. What kind of prescription could you give me for that? Wow, doctor, you're good. I just hope you don't give that kind of treatment to all your patients, so.
Well, it depends on their medical insurance.
Oh, I feel another pain coming on. my stomach.
Okay. Let me see. Now that really requires specific diagnosis.
Oh,
You really have to know the patient. Okay. For you, I would say burger or chili. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, you think
Diner? Roadies?
I'm one of those predictable patients, huh? It's just food, right? But here, I'm gonna do the diagnosis for this one. How's that? We'll say, done most of your study. Got a little bit of time before we go to the ER. So we go out and dinner, dancing. What do you say?
Roadies.
Country club.
Two old memories and new beginnings. However hard that may be.
Two old memories. And
Mrs. Manning, I really think I ought to take you home. We'll have dinner some other night.
no, I'm fine, really. But will you do me One big favor, please.
Of course.
Please call me Blair.
Blair it is.
Thank you. So, what are you going to order? Looks pretty good tonight. Oh, poor Cord. It must have been a grim sight seeing all the destruction at the Buchanan oil refinery. Will you excuse me, Patrick? Just a moment. Excuse me.
I just think the best thing for you would be to tell me what happened in Galveston. I know it was terrible. Do you know what caused the fire?
Hello, Cord. I'm really, sorry. Hello, Tina. I'm really sorry about what happened at the oil refinery.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
No, I am, but like Tina, I am curious. What really caused the fire? You know what? I would love it if maybe the Sun could do an exclusive with you and you could tell us the truth about what happened.
Oh, you want the truth, huh?
Yeah.
The Buchanan side of the story.
Absolutely.
Cordero, don't utter one word to this harpy, not one damn word.
Asa, just try not to get yourself all worked up, okay? Blair, why don't you go back to your table?
You think it's so easy to get to me, don't you, you witch? Because you left me for dead and almost caused a fatal coronary a few years ago. But this time it ain't gonna be so easy.
You know what, Asa? You always take everything so personal. I just print the news as it happens. And speaking of, now what happened to you? You didn't have this sling on your arm the last time I saw you, Cord.
I fell in
He
the
fell
shower.
in the handbell court.
Well, I guess the Buchanans can't get their story straight even on that. So tell me, what about the fire and what happened in Galveston and what are you going to do about it?
You disgusting excuse for a human being.
Oh, come on, Asa.
I'm sorry for interrupting. You did promise me a dance. This is my favorite song, so maybe.
Oh, well, excuse me then.
Excuse us.
I hate that woman.
Forget her. Cord, what'd you find out? And you better have proof of sabotage.
Asa, you were there.
I only got a quick look at the mess. I had to fly down to Austin to deal with those stupid regulators and environmental boys. He was on site. He investigated. Talk.
The investigators are about to file a report. Basically, it's going to say that the emergency override system failed. That first fire should have been contained, and it wasn't. Sprinkler systems didn't come on. Doors jammed. We never achieved closed door integrity. And most importantly, the shutoff valves never responded to the computer command.
So the fire kept spreading until it hit the storage tanks.
The containment system failed completely, Asa. In spite of the fact that we tested it out a month ago, it worked fine. Perfectly, in fact. I know because I was there. I supervised the whole thing.
Nobody can tell me this isn't sabotage. And by God, I'm going to find out who did it.
Oh, I hate it. I can only stay about an hour though, because my parents think my chorus with Amy.
Well, I'm glad you got away.
Oh, me too.
Hey.
I hate meeting like this though, you know? My parents are watching every step I take like I'm gonna bolt any second. I swear, sometimes I think they know I wrecked Joy's car. But Christian, if they find out, I'll never, ever be allowed out of the house again.
Hey, Jessica, how's it going? You ever get Joy's car fixed?
Yeah.
Oh, it must have been pretty expensive, huh?
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I was the one driving, so I mean, that's why Antonio lent me the money to pay for it, and I'm gonna pay him back every cent, so.
It's a lot of money. Antonio doesn't really have a lot to spare right now.
This is an exquisite rum. Unavailable in the States. To our understanding. So it would be one friend who would be doing a favor for another.
I'm not your friend. I'm a guy that owes you $600. Is that why you loaned it to me? So that I could do favors for you?
Antonio, I enjoy life in my current position with privilege. Because I see opportunity when others don't. I know you share the same vision. You're a very intelligent man, Antonio Vega, with potential to go very far. And all you need to do is demonstrate your goodwill in doing this small task for me. Do we have a deal?
And if you hadn't been there the day of the crash, I don't know what we would have done.
Well, hey, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, if you'd been driving, it might have been a pretty serious violation because you don't even have your license.
We know. We know.
All right. Look, the truth is, I don't even really want to know what happened. I'm just saying that I think that you should think about the consequences. And I don't mean consequences like getting in trouble with your parents or paying a lot of money. I mean consequences like you wrecked somebody's car that you had no business driving and you could have killed somebody in the process.
Andy, I don't know what you want us to say.
There's no words here of remorse or guilt or anything. That's not why I'm asking this. I'm just saying this because I care about you guys. It's frightening how much trouble you can get into without even thinking about it. All it takes is one bad choice. It could lead to another and another and another. I mean, it could happen to anybody.
So what's this favor you want done?
As I said, there's a certain gentleman I occasionally do business with who has a briefcase that belongs to me. He's reluctant to return it. I think he has to be persuaded for his own best interests. Now, if you could find the kindness to undertake this task, I could find it appropriate, friend to friend, to forgive your bill.
I told you once before, we are not friends. But on a strictly business basis, I would be willing to take care of this problem for you as a payment on the $600 loan, plus an extra $600 in cash. Do we have a deal?
Oh, I like a man who doesn't underestimate his own worth. We have a deal, Mr. Vega.
I tell you, looking into the faces of the families of the people who were injured just made me sick to my stomach, Ace. I felt like I was personally responsible for their grief.
It's nonsense, Cord.
No, it's not nonsense. Buchanan Oil owns that refinery. We are responsible to the people who work for us. We should provide safe working conditions for them. Take a look at this mess, Asa. You want your facts? There's your facts.
These pictures don't tell me anything. I don't have to be told about the damage. I know about the damage. I didn't have to hear the containment systems failed. That's after the fact. I want you to tell me what caused the fire.
I already told you it was a thermal maintenance breakdown.
Don't give me that malfunction bull. Who caused the malfunction? Why didn't the containment systems work? I want that clown's head on a platter, huh? You're acting like your head's in the sand. This is sabotage, pure and simple.
Well, Asa obviously sounds upset, but that is nothing compared to how upset he's going to be when he sees tomorrow's edition of The Sun.
Is that why you wanted to come out tonight? In the gloat of the Buchanans?
No. I came out this evening because I want to enjoy myself with a very attractive man. So, will you dance with me again, please?
and went to other schools. They still say I love you, on that you can rely. No matter what the future.
You know what? We can go somewhere else if you want.
No. No, we're here and I would like to dance.
Then dancing is what we'll do.
Love songs never out of date. Hearts full of passion.
Come on, Patrick. Let's go someplace a little more quiet, less crowded.
Right, let me just pay for the check.
No, Leo, I took care of. Put this on my tab. I'm taking you to dinner.
It's still the same story.
Hold on now.
For love and glory. A case of do or die.
Where did you learn that? Don't tell me you were dancing with other women. Lots of surprises.
Well, I hope so.
I like it.
Well, good. Because you're going to be getting a lot more surprises for the rest of your life.
Will you listen to me, please? I agree with you, Asa. Nothing makes sense here. Things did not happen the way that they were supposed to. But I'm telling you, we have no proof of sabotage. Nothing that even suggests it. Do you understand that?
I know what I know. I know it's sabotage.
All right, Asa, I think you need to control your temper instead of it controlling you. In fact, you know what? I have some books here I want to give you. I know this is a trying time for you. And look here, Meditations to Calm the Mind and Soul. This for your spirit, I think you should read that. That's short term. The Healing Properties of Tropical Fish Tanks. That's for long-term stress. Read them.
Tina, I don't want any damn guppies. I want piranha. Feed Carla Hesse to them. Bit by little stinking bit.
Are you guys getting my point? I mean, I do have a point, and it's not just to lecture you.
Yeah, I think Andy's pretty much talking to me.
No, I'm talking to both of you. So I care about both of you. I'm not just pretending to be some wise old lady. I mean, I've made my share of mistakes, too. I made some pretty big mistakes. Not too long ago, I went to trial for killing someone.
Yeah, but you were innocent.
Innocent of murder, yeah. But the boy's dead. Someone we knew, Ice Dixon, he's dead. I can't help thinking that if I'd done my job better, that it might not have happened.
Yeah, but Andy, I mean, you don't know that.
All right, you're right. I can't, but you know, I still lay in bed awake at night and wonder if I'd done my job better, that it might not have turned out that way. I mean, things aren't always about right and wrong, you know? It's an action leads to a consequence, and it's like a domino effect. Once something starts to fall, you can't stop it. You can't get out from underneath it, no matter who you are.
Jeffrey?
From London.
Very good. Thank you.
And where is this job you want done?
You can find Yuri at a restaurant called the Golden Samovar. You know where it is?
On the other side of Crawford Park.
Correct. Thank you.
I take it this Yuri isn't going to be quick on giving up the briefcase.
Correct again. Antonio, Yuri can be very difficult. I'm sure he'll tell you that the briefcase belongs to him. It does not. You'll know just by looking into his eyes. He's a very bad liar. Antonio, I'm sure you'll know what to do. Thank you again. It's a nice knife.
It's my father's.
I'm sure he'll be very proud that you still have it. Antonio, if you have any questions, I suggest you ask them now.
No questions. Maybe some doubts. But no questions.
Doubts?
Yeah. And not about being up for the job.
Excellent. I'll be waiting then.
Asa, you need to control your breathing. Look, you know what? Your shoulders need to come down. You know, your shoulders, they work like a saddle for your ribs and diaphragm. And when you get upset, your shoulders right up, and then your chest can't expand properly.
Tina, the only thing that's going to expand are the arteries in my brain and about to pop any minute. Sit down.
Thank you, Tina. Please sit down. Hey, so why don't you go home? I will deal with the Galveston situation, all right?
Will you, Cordero?
Yes.
I think you're buckling under the pressure.
I'm not buckling. I'm just dealing with the very real consequences of an industrial accident.
I don't want to hear the word accident ever again. And let's stop acting like a couple of rubes here, huh? Carlo Hesse comes to town. Suddenly, we have a tanker aground in the English Channel. Suddenly, a refinery reduced to rubbles in Texas. There's no accident. Pure and simple. Sabotage.
I agree with every word you just said, Asa. Yeah, big surprise. You know, if you had asked me for my opinion earlier, I would have told you. Knowing Carlo Hesse, there can be no other conclusion.
What the hell are you arguing with me for?
Because we don't have any proof, Asa. There's not one bit of debris at the refinery that would support our theory, and that's all it is. We don't have any evidence of foul play.
Then, Cordero, you go back, you beat the bushes till you find some.
Good.
Food?
Oh, yeah. Food, the company, the atmosphere. Especially now that Patrick and Blair have taken off.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, why? I'm not. I mean, it happened. It's gonna happen again. The guy lives here now. But you know what? The sky didn't fall, the earth didn't swallow us up, and we are having a great time. I mean, hey, Professor McPoet and Blair, they're the ones who hightailed it out of here, right?
Can I get you anything? Maybe a drink?
No, I should be going home now.
Patrick. You know, we were having a nice time before Marty and Dylan showed up. Does just seeing her turn you inside out still? Listen, please stay and have a nightcap with me. There's some wine in my kitchen, and I've got to get this phone. Would you please?
All right, through here, you said?
Yes, right that way. Thanks. Whew, hello. No. Just go with the story. Look, Rich, just use a different angle from the last edition, all right? I want the Buchanan story covered from top to bottom. I want the fire, the aftermath, the company's possible culpability, and, oh yes, a lot on the poor watchman who got hurt. No, are you listening to me? Rich, I want it on the front page, and what? No, I want it right next to Carlo Hesser's good deeds, okay? Thank you, just do it. Gosh. Thank you.
Why are you doing this?
Well, it's just the news.
It's not the news. Sounds more like a personal vendetta against Asa Buchanan and his company.
Oh, come on, Patrick. You think that I pick the news according to my personal feelings?
Come on. And you shouldn't give Asa Buchanan too much of the benefit of the doubt, all right? He may look like some good old colorful American patriarch with a big old colorful family full of big old colorful good doers. But I'll tell you about Asa Buchanan. He's a very vengeful, spiteful old man who only cares about himself and his heirs and don't ever mistake him for anything else.
What has he done to earn such wrath from you?
Well, you really want to know? Because I'll tell you.
I want to know.
I was married to him. He was my husband.
Beau's down?
Yeah. Beau's old man. I was young and poor, and I had a mother in a state mental institution. And I had to get her out of that snake pit and into St. Anne's home. I couldn't let her go back to that awful, horrible state mental ward. I was alone and I was desperate, and I had no one else to turn to for the help that I needed. So yeah, I married Asa, and I admit it, I married him for his money, but let me tell you something, he got something out of it too. He got a pretty young wife. He bought me. He saw how vulnerable I was, and he bought me. Well, he went beyond using me. He abused me. He figured, well, hey, he bought the package, and if he didn't get what he paid for, he would take it by force. So is that reason enough to hate that old man?
All right, I don't want to sound like Sister Mary's schoolmarm, and I understand how it hurts you guys to be apart. I don't want to see you get into any more trouble.
Andy, it's not like we're trying to get into trouble.
I know that, Jess.
Andy, look, we're gonna be cool. We'll be cool, right?
Yeah, we'll try to. I mean, come on, it's not that easy.
Yeah, okay. Hey, what time is it anyway? Oh, my God, I had no idea it was that late. I don't know what happened to Antonio, but shouldn't we start cleaning this place up or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd better go or I'll miss my ride home with Amy. Okay.
Well, you can't miss your curfew. You gotta go.
Yeah, neither can you.
Look, I promise you, Jess, I'm gonna find a way for us to be together. I promise you. Okay? Let me get out of here. Hey, Andy, you need some help back there or anything?
This part I think I can handle. You know, I have no idea where Antonio is. He must have gotten held up or something.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for helping out tonight, Andy. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I didn't seem too much like a cop before, did I?
Maybe just a little bit. Bye.
Bye. I've been going crazy worrying about you.
I'm sorry. Look, I had to help out a friend of mine. This guy, he got into some trouble, and yeah, he's been trying to stay clean. I think he's starting to slip.
Was it somebody you knew from Statesville?
Honey, don't make me tell you. You're a Lambview detective.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hey. Are you okay? Is there something wrong?
I'm fine.
You're welcome. Things are still quite fine here for you, I assure you. Everything is going along quite nicely. So that they... And there'll be plenty ahead for you, too.
What's that?
A souvenir. A lucky piece. Actually, it belongs to a friend. A friend who should be missing it just about now.
Cord. Carlo Hesse. Tanker disaster. Carlo Hesse. Refinery disaster. Why aren't you getting the connection?
Oh, I get it, Ace. I get it loud and clear. But thinking it and proving it are two different things.
Cordero, you are right. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna prove Hess is doing it to Buchanan Oil. As long as my luck holds out. I've had some very rough times, but I toughed it out. I made up my mind I was gonna be rich one day, and I never gave up. I found some shale one day. I damn near tripped over it. And I knew that this was the place I was looking for. When we started drilling, oil gushed up like it was there waiting for me. And my luck has never failed me since. And it ain't about to fail me now.
No, it won't, Asa. Because we're not gonna let it. Come on, let's go.
No, it is getting late.
Oh, no, don't tell me. Had such a wonderful night, and I don't want to go to my ER rotation.
Come on now, that's not like you to say something like that.
I know, but this is the first time in the emergency room, and I don't know, what if there's a huge crisis?
Would you relax? I mean, come on, you've been every day studying and reading more and more, and I can see you getting more confident in yourself.
Yeah.
You're gonna be great.
And would you come with me and say that every 8 or 9 minutes or so?
Mrs. Moody, I'll go wherever you want me to.
Did I tell you how happy I am?
I do aim to please. Forever and ever.
But the thrill that comes with spring, when anything could happen.
I'm sorry, Blair. I didn't realize.
That I wasn't Marty Saybrook born with a silver spoon in my mouth?
I never meant to compare you. Everyone's their own person, and I don't keep score sheets, all right?
All I'm saying is that I have had to fight for everything I've gotten. Fight my way up from the bottom. And I'm not ashamed of my past because I did what I had to do. But every day, every minute, I had to fight just to keep my head above water. Until I met Todd. He gave me everything. All of this. But now that he's gone, all of this doesn't really matter. Except for Star. We're alone, the two of us, but we'll survive, and no one is going to take any of this away from us. My daughter, Todd's daughter, will never have to face the struggles that I faced. She will never have to endure what I had to endure. I will never, ever let that happen.
I'm so sorry, Blair. Look at me. I had no idea of all the troubles you've been through. Sorry.